1972 BMW 2002. I've had it about 5 years now, just over 5 years. I bought it as a barely running, very standard project car that had been laid up for about 11 years at the time. I've looked to modify it in kind of a period correct sort of weekend warrior style, so drives to work Monday to Friday and then hits the hill climbs or the racetrack on a weekend, and could have been all kind of modified by Alpina or some of the big German tuners of the time as well. So it's all about, you know, the fantasy cosplay of playing with old BMWs and kind of living in the period and enjoying the car how people would have enjoyed it kind of 50 years ago. So I absolutely love the 2002, so the E10 chassis. It's just brilliant for everything. So it's just done a huge road trip, 1,000 miles back to Spa to watch the Spa Classic races. Didn't miss a beat, which is a huge ask of a car this old now and modified as well. But it's also just brilliant to use day to day, and if I do things, you know, if you want to go out for a B-road blast, it always just puts a huge smile on your face. It's incredibly capable and kind of more than the sum of its parts. The modifications are quite simple, so kind of engines on, twin 40 Weber carburetors, exhaust manifold, updated ignition system, all the suspension's done, so it's converted to coilovers. It's got Heritage Polyflex bushes, it's got TI turbo brakes, and I've modified them, so I've deleted the brake boosters and modified the pedal box. It's all about simplifying the car, taking weight out, but keeping it really, really usable, because I just want to drive it as much as I can all the time, because it's just brilliant fun. It never fails to put a smile on my face. So I've always had classic cars kind of since I was 15, restoring and modifying them till now, and this is my absolute favourite, just because of the range of its capabilities and how brilliant it is to work on. And for me, it's always been classics. You know, there's the style and the feel and the lightweight and the kind of analog interaction and kind of the ability to just completely lose yourself in what you're doing, especially with all the noise that constantly bombards you in the modern world. And it's just, you know, a feeling, a sensation, an escape that you don't get with a modern car, which is kind of bubbled and safe and quiet and heavy, and, you know, like there's no fun to be had there for me whatsoever. And, you know, even when you don't have to be driving it at 10/10 down your favourite B road, just being in this car is just a great experience. You know, you've got this amazing glass house, there's the dashboard's beautiful, it's just lovely to be in. And, you know, it's got the added benefit of being absolutely bulletproof and rock solid, so you'll get where you're going and get to enjoy like just operating a fantastic piece of machinery at the same time. So it just doesn't get better. Obviously it gets used a lot, and we do a lot of miles together and go on a lot of adventures, so staying on top of maintenance, especially with a modified engine, is really, really important. So I've been using Wagner oil products. I use the micro ceramic with every oil change, so you also use the premium 2050 oil, which helps reduce friction, keeps temperatures down, and, you know, it's essentially like having build lube on your bearings all the time. So, you know, whether it's blasting back from Spa on the motorway at more revs than it really should be sat at with a 4-speed gearbox, or just, you know, using it for a short trip to go and get something to eat or a coffee, you know, the engine's protected, and I know I don't have to worry about it, especially because, you know, these M10 engines are getting rarer and more expensive to build, so it's really important that I keep it in top shape.